Hello guys, welcome back to Racing Bets Insider. It is Josh here. Yes, finally, it's come good. Got a big winner today. The Nap landed, loosey mouthed, drift to 7-1. Drifts to 7-1. Put him up in my anti-post for December. 5-1. Drifts to 7. I was on WinBet. Money. Oh, what a feeling, what a rush. Thank God we managed to get off the board. I just had a feeling I knew Brave Kingdom would fall away. Well, I didn't know Brave Kingdom would fall away, but Brave Kingdom did fall away, and it was just sort of the Foss last form was brutal. It was such a eye-catching run, and this as well. It didn't even really need shaking up. A little Stan Shepherd got on him a little bit on the turn. After that, he was just cruising home. He did plough down the second last, which might have actually helped him in the end, but hey, I think he would have won anyway. And I just 7-1. We'll raise big. Get in there, boys and girls. Beautiful. Also, the tips today we had a good each way shot with the Cobb in the last at Sandown. I think it was a 335. Came second, ran up nicely behind Pylon or Pylon, however they say it. Pylon. Yeah, the gamble landed on Pylon, but I thought Cobb ran really nicely. He was always there or thereabouts. I think second last had a little didn't take it too cleanly and might have cost him really with a chance of winning, but I don't think he would have won it at the end of the day. But 14-1 each way was decent. We'll take that money every day of the week. And then a win bet slightly let us down at Exeter. I thought it ran really well actually. Just going to get the race up here. Sorry, so Gunsight Ridge. I thought ran really well. I think ran into one there at Lahom Press. Charlie Deutsch and Manisha Williams have been firing recently and had another good one there. But I thought Gunsight Ridge ran a good, really commendable race. And I think definitely one for the notebook next time. And I think Richard Torres on the ITV broadcast spotlighted him, saying that he wouldn't go up too much in the handicaps after it. I think he'll be getting off the mark soon. He jumped pretty well actually, so he just might just run into one there. But it is what it is. He gave us a good run for his money, and second we got first and 2 seconds on the day, some really good money. Glad to kind of get to winning ways. We hit the crossbar a few times, and just a big winner, Lucy Mouth, legend, absolute legend. I'm so happy, so happy. So we'll have another drink to that before we crack on with Saturday's racing. Taste of victory. You love to see it. So anyway, we move on from Friday, good day, to Saturday, tomorrow. It is obviously the big one, the Tingle Creek. There's a Sandown. Many Clouds is also on, and Henry VIII as well. Covered a few in anti-post. Selections might have changed now. Looking at it with final deck, seeing the fields, selections might have changed. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to assess the Sandown card first, and then I'll run through the Aintree card. Not really looking at it now. Then my Irish racing tips never seem to go particularly well. I don't know why, so I'll just leave that to the experts. But we're going to take a look at sort of racing on UK shores. And in the first at Sandown, the 12:05, I think my tie will win if he runs. It's pretty simple. 6.5 is pretty short though, so no point in that. The 12:40 is a really interesting race actually. Fable, I put anti-post up for the last today, where I actually put up the Cobb in the end. She got withdrawn from that, but entered into the this Mares Handicap Hurdle. It's a Challengers Mares Hurdle Series qualifier. She's currently 11-4 favourite. Off top weight, probably, I don't know. It could be interesting now. Scirocco's Dream is second favourite, 4-1. I was on her at Exeter when I was there actually. She didn't win by that much. Well, I wouldn't say she was eye-catching in winning, so I wouldn't be particularly keen on her. But I think the one behind there is, I'll just read it out so I can get the name. Volkovaca. Fergal O'Brien trained horse with Peter Kavanagh claiming 7. 11-2. I've seen 6-1 about as well. I wouldn't be too surprised if she kind of upsets the favourite there. Maybe I think she's interesting. I'm not going to put her up, but I'm just sort of mentioning her. I think she could actually be quite interesting. Fergal O'Brien's in good nick. Get a £7 claim off. Second top weight. I think 11 to 2 is overpriced. Let's put it that way. I think she might be better than Scirocco's Dream personally. I think when she ran up at Carlisle last time out, won that pretty snugly. Looked like she'd definitely take the extra distance. I think she could be one if you fancy to sort of play. If you fancy to play on Saturday at the 12:40. Then we move on. I do have a selection for you guys in this one. In the next one, the 1:15 first selection of the day. Get your notepads out, get your pens at the ready, write this one down, put it in your bet slips ASAP. 6-1 City Derby. Fergal O'Brien trained horse again. Paddy Brennan is booked for the ride. I thought City Derby was going to win at Cheltenham last time out in November. That was in the Valda Energy Novices Handicap Hurdle, Class 3. Was kept really wide in that. I thought it was a bit of a strange one. A bit of a strange ride from Paddy. Was always getting there, just never got the trick, got so wide. I just think I was held up a bit too far. I think I had a bit too much to do. Used too much energy going wide. I think City Derby will win this. I don't see anything really going to beat him. 6-1 is overpriced in my opinion. Yard in form. Paddy Brennan and Fergal O'Brien do get on well. Very unexposed for sure, and has won on soft ground, which I think it probably will be on the day. So I think City Derby, sort of staying at a 2-mile trip, I think will have them here pretty tidily. I mean, only going off 11.76. It's not crazy. I would be surprised if City Derby doesn't win this tomorrow. So 6-1 City Derby, I'd put up a win bet personally. You could go each way, get a few, get a quid, might pay for your parking, make for a half an hour parking. I don't know. I'd go for the full Monty. I would go City Derby win 6-1. I don't see it. The Gary Moore horse at the top of the market, naturally high, hasn't done enough for me. Triple Trade, Colin Tillard's horse, definitely not done enough for me. City Derby is just I think it's gonna win. I just think he's gonna win. So 6-1 City Derby. You could tell next time out after that run at Cheltenham, didn't get a good trip around. I think win. Back down in class from that, was fourth, really close fourth. Kind of landed in a heap, but a blanket over them all. I think City Derby's gonna win this. So yeah, City Derby is my first selection of the day. Win bet personally, but obviously if you want to go each way, that's your preference really, isn't it? Depends how you play. Moving on to the next one, Henry VIII, the Novices Chase, Grade 1, first one of the day, Sandown. It's over 2 miles. Said it's good to soft at the moment, but I think with the weather it might end up being soft ground. So we'll see. Obviously, third time lucky is on the drift, 15-8 now, favourite. I did say Antipost if third time lucky were to run, he'd win. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. I wouldn't be surprised. This is his hardest, definitely his hardest sort of. His greatest challenge, let's say, over fences. I don't think he's run against anything really to the level that he's going to be running against today. And got in behind Edwardstone. I think was really impressive. Brought down, and then on his first time out over the big stuff, and then bounced back, won really quite nicely. I thought at Warwick, beating Stephanie Causeway, who's no slouch, to be honest at all. So that's an Edwardstone Alan King trained horse at 7-2. That is tough. Irodito, we saw him last weekend at Newbury, and the last race won that really nicely off a good mark. Quick turnaround. They clearly think they've still got a bit left in the tank. So we'll see. Warlord beat Minella Drama at Carlisle last time out. He's a hold up horse. They go off the front, which they probably will go pretty fast off the front. He might be there to hold up and pick up the pieces at the end. And then Minella Drama, as I said, is 9-1. Do Your Job 14s and Stolen Silver is 14 as well. So they're kind of towards the end of the market. Do Your Job's no slouch. Do Your Job's a decent horse. Whether we have a bet in this, and I say it's a bet or not, I don't know. I'm going to put it up. You know what? I did say third time lucky would win this if he ran. I'm going to go against him. Minella Drama 9-1 in my eyes is overpriced. If you can find, I'm only going to put him up if you can find an extra place, because 2 places isn't enough in my opinion. to warrant a selection for 9 to 1. There's no point, because otherwise what's the point going each way? I think if there's 3 places offered anywhere and at 9 to 1, Minella Drama should be taken on. Will probably go off the front. Was trying to be held up last time at Carlisle. Didn't jump particularly well, probably because of that. It was only, I think it was a bit unlucky to Warlord. I think if they run him off the front this time, might get the slip on the field. I just think it is a little bit. I think he's a little bit overpriced. So 9 to 1, Minella Drama. I just could not say him at 9 to 1, and he's only counted 11.2. So that would be interesting if he goes off the front. If they revert back to a sort of front running style, so it would be interesting. But yeah, moving on to the Tingle Creek, the 225, the big one of the day, the big one of the weekend. Obviously, Chacon Possoy is 10 to 11 favourite. Nube Negra is second favourite, 11 to 4. Grenadine 6 to 1. Captain Guinness 14 to 1, and Hitman is 14 to 1. Now this field is strong. I did say Captain Guinness last time, 16 to 1. That was in a bigger field. This you're going to get 2 places, and you're not really going to be offered any more. 14 to 1, is he going to really? I'm going to backtrack. Not brilliant. Even if he wins, then it's even worse. I'm just going to no bet the race. I'll watch, but Captain Guinness 14 to 1 is value. May still be value. I think Grenadine should never be third favourite 6 to 1. I think Hitman completely outperformed him in the Holding Cup on both reappearances. So why would Hitman not? I just don't see how Grenadine gave me no indications that he would then like come on for that more than Hitman would. So Hitman would be my preference over Grenadine. I don't think Hitman will necessarily win, and I think it's really going to be if you're going to catch Chacon Possoy or Chacon Possoy on a day, it's when he's on reappearance first time out in England. So Nube Negra 11-4 does look interesting, but I just can't see it. I think Captain Guinness, you never know, do you? So 14 to 1. I won't put them up, but I did put them up anti-post, so I'll leave it in there, and I won't put them up in this video. But it's a shame the field got cut so drastically. Otherwise, if you had at least 3 places, I would be putting him up 14 to 1. I think he'd run into that. So yeah, anyway, let's kind of move on from the Tingle Creek. It's definitely just a watch it for me, but back in the mind, if he wins, I did say it in anti-phone, I'll claim it. The 3 o'clock is the next one. It's a Class 2. It's the Betfair Exchange London Handicap Chase. Over 3.5 miles. 3.5 miles. Mighty Don is running this. Desi Alba won at Aintree. I think it was Aintree. No, so second Aintree, sorry. In the race where Pylon actually ended up running up in 4th, and then that form's obviously been franked today. That could be interesting. 11 to 4 is a bit short, I personally think. And with the you know what? Because I've not put up Captain Guinness, I will do this to myself and the channel. I will actually punish myself and put up Mighty Don at 14 to 1, because you're going to get extra places about. He could jump like an absolute donkey, and I think he'll still get there. He's just good enough. I think it's worth a punt. Why not? He'll win once. I said it. I said Mighty Don. I can't remember an anti-post. They're down the line in December. Running today, I think he actually will win. I actually think he might have a little chance. I'm smiling because I know it's just an absolutely ridiculous, most audacious shout. Oh, okay, we're going to put him up. You know what? Fuck it. The Mighty Don is put in there at 14 to 1 in the 3 o'clock at Sandown. Jesus Christ. Oh, pray for us all. Maybe. You never know. We've got to catch one day. You've got to catch one a day. And then the final one is actually, I do actually have another selection for you guys in that as well. It's a listed race over basically 2 miles. It's a Betfair Daily Rewards December Handicap Hurdle. And in this, I'm going to go Metier. Disappointing is the word I'm going to use for his run-up in the Supreme Novices Hurdle. But then everyone's disappointing compared to Appreciate It, aren't they, really? So, what can you say? But it has won over C&D. Benson is currently favourite 72. I wasn't particularly taken by Benson on his reappearance at Cheltenham. Lost towards Gower Road and Unexpected Party. I don't think that's great form, stepping up into into a listed race. I don't think he's going to be favourite in a listed race after that performance. I don't understand. I think Metier, if he can replicate his form from 4-year-olds, obviously we took a risk on this last weekend and it didn't pay off. But if he can step up as a 5-year-old and just replicate some of his form, because he's got some peachy form, there's obviously one on the course and distance, one here of a heavy ground in the Tolworth. That's a grade 1. Let me just get out what he's done before that. One at Ascot on soft ground. That in the introductory hurdle. I think I don't get why Benson's favourite. People in behind, Hudson Degree is decent, obviously. Tilbolt could be interesting as well. But I'm just going to, you know what? Win bet 9-2 is a decent price, I think, for Metier. If he can come on from his 4-year-old to 5-year-old season, if he obviously has a shocker, it is what it is. But I think he has had form running off fresh. And I think Metier could actually take this by storm. I think this is not that deep a race, and I don't understand why Benson is favourite. So I'd definitely be looking at Metier to take Benson on that. So Benson is another selection of mine in the 3:35 at Sandown, the last race of the Tingle Creek sort of festival. Now we'll move over up north, up to Liverpool, to Aintree, and have a look at some of the racing there. The card there, I'm just going to kind of skip through the first 3 races. There's not a lot really getting me going. In the 12:55, the Unibet Working with Race Day RTV Handicap Chase, Annual Invictus 9-2 is a very tempting shout. I'll let him slide on this occasion, but just be warned, I put him up. I have said him, and an Invictus if he wins. He's 92. That is a good price in my opinion. I just don't know. It's saying it's telling me not to, so I won't. But he could easily go and win this pretty comfortably. I think 92 is a brilliant price for an Invictus. I won't say is my selection, but I'll just put him out there. I think Leopardess could do something quite nicely there. Slightly day off. And then we'll move on to the Many Clouds, which is at 2:05. It's a grade 2 over 3 miles and almost 3 miles on a furlong. Protectorat 2-1 favourite. Imperial Law 3-1. I think personally this is a watch. Great to see the Tiger back. Simply the bets I do really like. I think he ran in the Labrooks and he didn't do himself the Paddy Power Gold Cup. Didn't do himself any disgraces there. I think he could 6-1 be interesting, but I just not a massive price there. Protectorat was really good in the Schlur, so I think we would just sit and watch. If I'd had to throw a hat in the ring, I probably would go Simply the Bets, but just because of price, better value. But I won't be having any money in the ring on that one. So moving swiftly on to the Beecher Chase, which I put up one on anti-post. Snow Leopardess is now our favourite, 7-1. I wasn't too sure, but now I'm going to back it. I think Snow Leopardess. I saw on Instagram, Charlie Longsdon posts some videos of her going over the national hunt fences, the Grand National fences. She looked good. She looked like she takes it. She has the right kind of run style, I think, for this. I think 7-1 is not a terrible price to win this. She's going off bottom weight. If the ground is completely bottoms out, I think you want to be on someone that's a bit low down the weight to get the mare's allowance and his favourite. I wouldn't be surprised. She's one of a distance, so she will go. She's proven a stamina, and I think she could be interesting. And the way she looked to shape her over those kind of fences, I think she could definitely do us some good. So I think 7-1 for Snow Leopardess could be really interesting. Probably I'll go each way on this simply because it's a big field and you never know. But you could easily go win bet on this because he's not going to get a whole lot each way value, but there's still some you're going to make your money, but stay back with a little bit of money there. But that's really it for me, guys. You know what? Screw that. Annual Invictus, I'll put him up because there's nothing else in the entry I really like. So Annual Invictus in the 12:55 as well. This is a really disjointed video, shockingly sort of put together. Do apologise for that, but I'm just too buzzing off the win today. 7-1, and it's just the anti-post. I put him up anti-post as well. It all came together so nicely. Hope I'm kind of starting to show you guys that I do know something. Not obviously everything. I don't know a lot, but I can pick a horse on some days of the week, and hopefully pick some more for you guys on Saturday. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I will get on the beers tonight. Big Friday, going into Saturday. Happy after the win with some money in my pocket. So after the day, so let's go, boys and girls. So happy, and hopefully we get some even more good fortune and even more good times after tomorrow's racing at Sandown and Aintree. So thank you guys for watching again. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the content so far, and I will see you next time, which will be sort of obviously next week. So have a good one, guys. Peace out. Let go, Lucy Math. Come on, boys and girls.